So today we start our adventure in the FA Cup, but let's not hang around. Roll the intro.
No, I won't stop.
Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta Save on the Cultured Left Foot YouTube channel, and we start on the transfer page where we've let some people go. Matt Newman, who I'm pretty sure in the last Folkestone Invicta Save game in real life may have got man of the match, has moved on. He left us and moved to Horndean, who are in, I'm pretty sure, divisions below us. They're in the Sidems Wessex Premier, wherever the hell that is. But yes, they're there. He didn't feature for us at all. He was a fringe player, and according to this, he hasn't featured at all for Folkestone, but we know he has in real life. But he played 33 appearances for Hythe. So Matt Newman moves on, and Kieran McCann is off the wage bill. He's moved to Whittam Town, who are in the Ishman North Division, which I think is one below us. No, well, that's the Premier Division South, Premier Division Central, Premier Division North, Ishman Premier. So I think he's two divisions below us. I think he may have dropped. So yeah, they've gone, but we have bought. So that cleared quite a lot of money off the wage bill. Kieran McCann going, but it allowed us to free up some space. So Harry Woodward has come in on loan at right back. We're not actually paying anything. On loan from Aldershot Town. Really good crossing, really good at set pieces, good passing, decent tackling, decent marking. All in all is looking pretty good. You'll notice we've changed the skin. Let me know which ones you prefer, and we'll go through it. Can play wing back as well. Is going to be a full-back / wing back in a bit more of an attacking formation that we're playing at the moment. Good potential ability. Current ability is pretty decent as well. And we've brought in Callum Fullwood, a striker, another striker to join us. Physicals aren't brilliant, but he's got good dribbling, good finishing, good first touch. I think he's going to be pretty decent. Determination 16, really good potential ability, £35 a week, so really not that much. He was previously at Ipswich, so we've gone and given him a go. We'll see if we can do a big lad at sort of a big lad at 6 foot, young striker, resolute. I think he'll do pretty well for us. And Billy Holmes has joined as well. Another Crystal Palace? No, Derby County and Ebbsfleet is where he was previously. Good tackling, good decisions, good concentration. Could potentially be a leader in the future with already leadership 12. Pace isn't the best, but good at fitness, decent acceleration over those first couple of yards. And another option at centre-back and in holding midfield as well. So we'll see what he can do. But can't finish, can't dribble, can't cross, and can't take a corner. And can't throw a ball, and can't take a penalty. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how he gets on. The chances are we may be able to sell him in the future for a little bit of money. If we look at the schedule, so we played Chess Hunt in the first game of the season, and Johan Terhorst scored after missing the penalty, put in the rebound in the 96th minute. We then followed that up with a 3-2 loss away at Potter's Bar, where again, we had a late goal in the 84th, but in the 93rd, we conceded to a Keegan Cole finish. Not very good. Johan Terhorst missed another penalty in this game and couldn't put the rebound away. We invited Margate to our ground and we drew 1-1. Gerson Dos Santos showed Johan how to do it and scored a penalty in the 28th minute, but Kane Haysom in the 73rd made it 1-1. Didn't play brilliantly well in that game. We went away to Cray and lost 2-1. Johan Terhorst getting a goal, but a quick-fire double from Cray with Tom Murphy and Joe Taylor within 8 minutes turned the game around, and we had no response. And we've just beaten Enfield Town 1-0 at home. Sam Hassler getting a goal from the edge of the box. A lovely little finish, actually. It fell to him, and he tucked it past the goalkeeper nicely indeed. But we've got some, believe it or not, we've got some international news. And Odiasis Spyrides, who we got on a free previously of West Ham, there's his nice little picture, has been called up to the Greek under-21 squad, and he's only 18. So I think we may have hit a little gem here. His finishing isn't very good. I think we might retrain him to be a striker or maybe a winger with the pace he's got. But we'll have to see how he settles in. But he's improving a little bit, which is good, and hopefully he can keep on moving on up. But today we're going to be placing Salisbury in the FA Cup first qualifying round. They are below us division-wise by one division. So because we're in the overall Premiership, the Ishman Premier Division, and they are in the Premier Division South, currently 14th. They have won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2 from 5 games, where if you look at us, We have currently in 12th. We've played 5. We have also won 2, drawn 1, and lost 2 as well. Goal difference of 0, which is always what we want to see. But let's get into the game then, and this is how we're going to line up. So in goal will be Newcomb, right back will be Woodward, the new signing, on loan from Aldershot, O'Mara, Davies and Mata at the back. England in the defensive midfielder role, Hassler and Douglas in the middle. Douglas comes in to central midfield, Terhorst on the right, Jackson Jr. on the left, and Dos Santos leads the line. On the bench we have Tim Roberts, Ethan Madden, MPP, Scott Hurd and Callum Forward. Now we've changed up a little bit in the formation tactical wise. We will be going for England to hopefully drop back through the defenders, pick up the ball from the goalkeeper, try and keep a bit more possession and press them a little bit higher, as we are the better team, although we are playing away from home, so we'll have to see how it goes. We're staying with 2D for the time being, purely because I still need to see how the tactic is working, and this tactic does chuck men forward quite a lot, so it's going to be pushing the boundaries of what we can do, and we'll have to see how we get on. So let's get into the dressing room then, and we'll encourage the players. That's what Roland says to do. So if you are a Patreon or a YouTube channel member, you can get your name in the game. Ross Jacobs will be our new assistant manager when we appoint a new one. When Roland's contract runs out, we'll be appointing and going to find a new assistant manager, and that will be Ross Jacobs. So that's what we'll go for. And that's what anyone can do if they're a Patreon or a YouTube member. Just look at the links in the description or press the little join button below and sign up, and you'll be in this save probably forever. But we're away, but with a bigger team. So I'm just going to say I am expecting a win. I think assertively we'll say there's a lot more to come. I know I can do this all by pressing Control A, but at the moment I'm not going to do that. We'll end that team talk. Let's get into the game then. And here we go. So we've got our stats on the side. We've got their formation. A 3 at the back. We haven't come across a 3 at the back at all in this save yet. As Terhorst goes infield to Douglas, we're trying to make Douglas a bit of a playmaker. He's got good passing. He's got good concentration, decisions and stuff like that. So he should be okay at being a playmaker in the middle of the park. But it goes back to Burns. Terhorst puts him under pressure. Wannell goes over the top. And Davies gets there. I thought there might be a bit of confusion. But Newcomb gives, and now you'll see, we'll drop deep to pick the ball up. Davies then goes long to Terhorst. Not good knock down to Hassler. Back to Terhorst. He comes inside to Douglas. Douglas goes over the top into Woodward. Woodward, we know he's got good crossing. Can he ping one in? He can't because he's offside. And that's a disappointing end to that little move. But he's on the throw in here. Up to Terhorst. Good touch to take it back. Back to Woodward. Woodward, is he going to put a cross in now? And he goes down the line to Terhorst. There's not many people in the box. I'm just wondering if having a deep lying forward up there at the moment, as we do, is a little bit of a concern. But Woodward will swing the corner in at the back post. Hassler's there, beaten in the air though. O'Mara keeps it alive. Douglas is on the ball. Jackson Jr. I thought he might have been fouled. But Jackson Jr. then gives the foul away on Colin Griffiths. Colin Griffiths is the referee. And nothing comes of that. Now, it'll be interesting to see how the 3 at the back deals with our wide play and the ability to sort of attack them, as Knowles puts a challenge and Terhorst goes round him really well. There are men in the box this time. Terhorst back post. Jackson Jr. is there. His first goal of the season, assisted by Johan Terhorst. And that is 1-0 to Folkestone Invicta. And that is what we like to see. We'll see that in 3D. As Terhorst here, Knowles actually put the tackle in, but Terhorst just had that balance and acceleration to get away. As you can see, not really getting too many people in the box. It went to the back post and Jackson Jr. is there with a good header into the roof of the net. 1-0 Folkestone Invicta. And I am already, I've noticed, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I've already noticed that Dos Santos playing in that sort of role. I'm going to put him on a deep line forward on attack and see what that does. Newcomb into England. Out to O'Mara. So this is what we wanted to do. So if I just pause it here, you'll see that England drop back into these 3, allowing the fullbacks to push on a little bit more. We keep the width and then we keep options pretty close to Terhorst as well. So I'm hoping what he should do is pass in here and then it go up, or he may go straight direct. Dos Santos will hold it up and maybe lay it back and go for a runner, or Terhorst will go on his own and try and beat it. So lots of different options, but Terhorst comes forward with it. He goes actually all the way out to the left-hand side, which isn't what I wanted him to do, but he went for it anyway. Over the top. Come and get it, Newcomb. He doesn't. Fitchett's in. Great save from Newcomb. Luckily, Fitchett was offside as well. So we are playing a higher line with an offside trap. Woodward swings that one in. Back post. Davies over the bar. So we're trying to force the opposition into playing into a smaller area. And they have to basically do really precise through balls over the top. And our line at the back has to be really good for the offside trap. Up it goes to Wheeler. Wheeler for Salisbury into Coulson. Coulson to Wellard. Wellard back to Wheeler. Wheeler all the way in. Fitchett's there with a header, but he can't control it. It goes over the bar. And the first 10 minutes of the game, we've been playing okay. Not brilliantly, but we're doing all right. Jackson Jr., the goal scorer, comes forward with it. Ball over top looking for Johan Terhorst, but it's poor. Bancroft with a clearance. Wellard goes to Fitchett. He looked miles offside there, Fitchett, and yeah, he was. Good line again from the defence. Woodward with another free kick. Swings this one in. Back post again. It's bouncing around. Douglas on the shot. Just over the bar. We're doing okay. I mean, it could be better, but we're doing okay. Let's I'm going to try and get them to play through the middle. We've got more men there. They've got the three there. Fitchett's in behind. He shoots Newcombe with a good save. And yeah, they've got these three, but I think we can try and go for triangles around them. Newcombe goes long up to Dos Santos, who wins it well. Terhorst tries to put in the left-hand side. It's a good ball. Jackson Jr. will get on the end of it. He wins the corner, and Woodward should swing this one in with an in-swinger. Let's see what happens here. Woodward swings it in, and it's easy for Wellard to get away. Terhorst will pick it up, and it goes back to Woodward, who stayed onside. And towards Hassler. He's had a free header, but he couldn't get it on target. Woodward was actually offside before he put the cross in, and they go long. Hassler wins the ball, but only falls towards Wellard, and Salisbury come forward with Holmes on the right-hand side. Looks for Fitchett in the middle. Fitchett goes back to Wellard. It goes out to Wheeler. Wheeler just about to get the cross in. O'Mara with the clearance. Back to Wheeler, though. It goes again. Fitchett's there! And it was O'Mara's poor clearance that gave it back to Wheeler for another cross. And Fitchett put it in with a good, what I assume is a header. We'll see it in 3D. Wheeler dinks it in. It's O'Mara's clearance. Isn't the best. Didn't get enough on it. Wheeler puts it back in, and Fitchett's there with an easy header. Newcomb's got no chance from that sort of range. And we find it being back at 1-1. So not ideal as Mata comes forward. Looked for Hassler, but Knowles intercepted it really well. And O'Mara's just taken out Fitchett there, and it's a yellow card. We're actually going to go much shorter passing. I don't like these long balls that we've got happening. Knowles into Wellard, and Newcombe touches it over the bar. Whew, it's all Salisbury at the moment. With 17 minutes gone, 1-1. Ball goes in. O'Mara has the composure and skill to bring that down in his own box. Woodward with a throw up to Hassler. Hassler into Douglas. Back to Terhorst. Terhorst, he couldn't beat his man. Coulson then flicks it over the top into Fitchett. He's got round the offside trap this time. And Newcombe makes a good save again. And I'm just wondering if we try and draw them out and hit them on the counter-attack now, rather than play on the more attacking front foot, as everybody misses the corner. Burns will keep it in play, but Davies is there to just hoof it away, as he should do, really. And as you can see on the stats, Salisbury are really getting back into this. Newcomb's having a good game, saving 4 of the shots that have been on target. 3 of the shots, that have been on target, as Holmes goes long into Wheeler. Who, Holmes was offside when he received the long ball. So our offside trap is sort of working, but it's hard to say whether it's because it's our players working it well or because it's Salisbury's players not really keeping in with play. Wheeler, lots of space, picks out Wellard, and Newcombe makes a save, and I think we're just a little bit too open at the moment. Let's take off the overlap. I still want us to build the ball out from the back because I want us to keep the possession, which we've got, and then I want us to move forward through the units as Wheeler picks it up. He goes down the line. Holmes gets away from Mata and draws Davies over towards him, and he wins the corner off Davies. And we've just got to see how we go here. Bancroft puts it in. Davies wins the header. Wellard picks it up. Now we get out to him quickly. Orsini, 1L. Out to Wheeler again. He's getting a lot of space on this right-hand side. Bancroft picks up the loose ball. It goes out for a throw-in. And not too much to report there. We are going to go to our away formation, which is a little bit more counter-attacking as Bancroft gets on the end of the header, but nothing too much to worry about that. They're playing a little bit more positive, it looks like. So you can see here, positive 5-3-2 wing-back. So we're going to go for a little bit of a, let's try and hit them on the counter as Terhorst picks it up. He goes long looking for Dos Santos, who brings it down well. Back to England, who, Dos Santos was offside. You get a lot of offside calls when you're watching comprehensive highlights. Woodward into England. England goes back to it. He looked offside again, and he was. How is that a comprehensive highlight? I guess it shows that we're just pushing forward too much. Mata, Dos Santos. Into Mata again. Long ball towards the back post. Terhorst is there, shoots, and Bouchamp touches it just to stop it going in, and it's cleared away, and that's a really good pass from Mata to Terhorst out there. Woodward won the free kick. He is good at free kicks, but it goes straight into the wall. Can he get enough space for a cross? He goes back to Hassler. Hassler into O'Mara, stayed up from the set piece. Douglas wins that ball and he's fouled, surely, yeah. And this will be a decent position. But we've gone up the other end to Knowles, and Newcomb touches it over the bar again. 36 minutes gone. I think tweaking the formation into our away formation, playing on the counter-attack, seems to have gave us a little bit of a difference at the moment. Hassler gets his foot through that one and hoofs it away. But it's not been overly convincing, according that we're in a league above. Coulson picks it up, goes out to the left-hand side. Bancroft will keep that in, just about, but Woodward gets back at him and puts him off ever so slightly. Wheeler with a throw. Holmes is there, back to Wheeler, and it's blocked, and it's a corner kick to Salisbury. I mean, we're getting back into the game, but it's not brilliant. We aren't playing well. Wellard with the header. It just makes me think of the dog from EastEnders. Can you remember that? The old dog, Wellard? Yeah, that's how my mind works, people. Knowles, ball in, Fitchett's under it again. It goes over the bar. We're giving away a lot of... yeah, we don't... Let's stay on our feet. Don't press them as much. We're giving away quite a lot of free kicks. Newcomb goes long, looking for Tear Horse, but Bancroft gets there first for Salisbury. A bit of space to run into on the left-hand side. Ball in, Newcomb should claim it and does. I'm always a bit worried because keepers may miss it. Now, we do have Tear Horse there on the right, but he's gone to the left. And that was too absolutely nobly. But Mata has missed that header. But Davies is lucky to be behind him and clearing up. But Holmes has robbed him. And luckily, his pass back to Wheeler wasn't the best. Wellard up to Holmes again. Holmes back to Wheeler. Wheeler's cross is blocked. Dos Santos goes to close down Orsini. Mata should get that. Just hoofs it out for a throw-in. And it's been a very, very scrappy game, this. It's not been the best. Wheeler down to Holmes. Holmes in behind Wheeler again. And I think we are getting caught out on that position down into the width. We're defending wide anyway. We're dropping to regroup. I'm just wondering if we... Let's go really low. Let's just do a real defensive block in our half. And go from there. We'll play. I also want to have a quick look. Yeah, he's just a normal goalkeeper. We haven't got him as a sweeper keeper or anything. As Douglas just boots that away against the man and wins a goal kick, which is fine. And we're into half-time, and it has been... Salisbury have been on it more than us. They have been playing weller. They did well and their efforts were excellent. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to say I'm not happy. I've stressed out O'Mara, but I'm not happy. I think we're better than this. As Fitchett goes back to Burns as we start the second half. Up towards Holmes, wins the header down towards Knowles. So there should be a lot less space now in behind us for them to get round, as Dos Santos isn't having a very good game. The central midfielders aren't having the best of game. As he goes back to Woodward. Ball in, one will get it away. Wheeler's there. And now we've left ourselves 2-on-2 at the back. Fitchett has got to get on that pass. It's not the best pass, to be honest, but he's put a ball in towards Holmes. And Newcomb makes the save. I just feel like we're getting caught out a lot. So we'll keep Woodward back. And keep Mata back as well. Play a flat back four. Woodward's not having the best of games. Hassler in the middle isn't having a very good game. So we'll put MPP on for Hassler. You can go ball winning on support. You can go central midfielder onto attack. Let's try and just get a few more people forward. We'll probably take Dos Santos off in a minute as well. Bring on the new young striker that we've got. As Jackson Jr. wins that header up to Dos Santos. Douglas will pick this one up. He keeps coming forward into Jackson Jr. Into Douglas. Douglas, ball to the back post. Tail Horse can't just get the touch. But we do win the corner. And you could argue I've gone a little bit too defensive at the moment. But it's in towards England at the back post. He can't get it down. And his header flies over the bar. And yeah, I'm a little bit struggling of what to do. I'm tweaking it as we go. As Woodward will surely put a cross in there. And it's a terrible header away from Burns at the back. And gives us a chance. Woodward with the corner. We leave ourselves one-on-one on the counter. Woodward will swing something towards the back post. Burns gets a better header on it that time. Douglas is robbed by Knowles, and now Fitchett and Mata had to win that header, and it did really well. Up towards Jackson Jr. Can he beat his man? He tries, but then Wheeler makes the interception. Davies reads it well. Mata keeps it alive. Mata, and that's a terrible pass towards Dos Santos or Jackson Jr. One of the two. He didn't pick either of them out, but Fitchett's got in behind. We're meant to be playing a lower defensive line, but he was offside. And we just about hold on. Right, let's do Dos Santos. Can come off for Callum Fullwood, who's going to come on as an advanced forward on attack. Let's play him in his favoured sort of position. I think we're going to do that a little bit more in this half. Bancroft fits it, tackled well, and it's a corner kick. And we are just going to make these changes. So winger on support. You don't really want to play out there at all. So we're actually going to put you as an inside forward on attack. Let's get a man forward. Yeah, you're good, you're good, you're good. And Salisbury have scored as I'm making these changes, but he's offside. Yeah, he's offside. It's disallowed. Wellard was offside. So we see it here. Wheeler puts it in. Wellard was actually the two men there in front of the goalkeeper, apparently blocking his view, which we will take because I'm not 100% sure that was the right call. We are not getting in this game. Coulson goes out towards Wheeler. Wheeler into Coulson. Coulson back to Wheeler. 20 minutes to go. We've been conceding late goals fairly regularly recently. Let's go on the attack a little bit. Let's try and get this ball on the attack. O'Mara wins the header into Ter Horst, who's robbed. I don't like us playing this deep. I really don't. Let's go and get... Let's actually get stuck into him now. I don't care. Let's go and get the ball back. Let's go and press. We don't need to go to the fullbacks. In fact, let's even try and go right over the top of them. Do you want to hit the early crosses? Yeah, let's go higher tempo. Get all of that going as they go into Wellard. Wellard goes back to Fitchett. Fitchett into the area. Gets a shot off Newcombe with a save. He may be our man of the match, Newcombe, in this game. He's playing well. I'm sort of thinking, do we go two up front? As it goes in, Holmes is there. Really should do better for the last 15 minutes. We're going to make another change. Harry England is going to... Although Woodward's having a shocker back there. We haven't got a right back on the bench. Hurd is going to come on for England. We're going to put Ter Horst up front with forward. Or Fullwood, like that. In fact, are we going to do that? No, we're not. We're going to do something very unorthodox. We're actually going to bring on Ethan Madden. Although Jackson Jr. is playing well, I was going to take him off. We're going to go for a flat 4-3-3. Let's put poachers that hang on the last defender. Matterston, okay, is England's playing the poorest. But, I think we'll leave it. It's so tough to decide what to do at this sort of level of football. We're going to bring on Ethan Madden for Woodward on this side. I know he doesn't really like to play there, but he's a fullback on the left, so surely he can sort of do fullback on the right. And we've gone for three up front. Madden into Ter Horst. Ter Horst goes back to Madden. Ball across, and Beauchamp makes save. He actually gets it out quickly. Both of us are now playing three strikers. We both want this game to just be over and not go to extra time, as Jackson Jr. is offside. And with 10 minutes to go, this could now get very, very interesting. As Hippolyta Patrick, which is an amazing name, in towards Fitchett with a header over the bar. Yeah, he still doesn't want to do anything. Let's tightly mark Fitchett. And we're going to go and tackle their central midfielders quite hard, just to try and stop them passing the ball. As Newcombe goes long, looking for Jackson Jr. Orsini wins the header, and now they've got space. As Holmes comes forward, Matter interrupts it well, up to Ter Horst. Now it's 3-on-3 if we can make this count. Jackson Jr. gets pushed to the left-hand side, but we are getting men in the box, and he wins the throw. I'm just so worried about this. Look at this, the counter that they've got on. Jackson Jr. into Ter Horst, it's headed away. Coulson just can only put it behind for a corner. With 10 minutes to go, I'd say Salisbury deserve the win, but we're just about hanging on in there. England swings it in, now Woodward's gone off, and gets it away. Davies keeps it alive, back to O'Mara. Ball in, looking for Jackson Jr. It's headed away, and Jackson Jr. gives it to England. Ball back across. Ter Horst, oh, he's hit the post! Oh, Johan Ter Horst hits the post. So unlucky. England, we are coming into this now at the end of the game. Burns clears it away. Ter Horst will keep it alive, but forward was offside. And they've got a highlight. Just as sorry, excuse me, hiccups are back. It's going to make another change. How? Into Hippolyte Patrick. Hippolyte Patrick is tackled well. It falls to Coulson though. Into HP again. Coulson for Salisbury. O'Mara gets there, clears it away. Jackson Jr. can't win the header. Coulson keeps it alive. HP back to Coulson for Salisbury. All the way out to Bancroft. He's got round his man, and we've got a free kick. He was offside. And with 5 minutes to go, we're going to go for something a little bit different. We're going to drop England back into centre-back and keep 3 at the back and try and use the width as it goes to Mata. His cross is blocked. 3 minutes to go and injury time. Mata has the throw-in into Jackson Jr. He's tackled and we get another throw-in. I mean, we don't really deserve too much out of this game. We have hit the woodwork. We've had 2 block shots, 2 shots on target. We're trying to just get this cross in and we can't, because number 15 is stopping bloody everything at the moment. Mata throws it in looking for Jackson Jr. I thought he may have been fouled. Davies picks it up. He goes over the top and Beauchamp is there. Now we need to get back Davies because we've got 3-on-3 back there. They go long towards Holmes. England wins the header. Douglas picks it up. Good ball looking for Jackson Jr. Mata probably could have put the afterburners on and maybe got there. It's going to be a tense finish. 3 minutes of injury time have been added on. Mata, Jackson Jr. back to Mata. Just stick it in the box, boys. Douglas is forced backwards to Davies. He goes long looking for forward. Coulson will pick the loose ball up. Coulson goes over the top. Newcombe should come and get that and does. Long up here. Well, I don't know where that kick was going. But Cartwright is over the ball. They've brought him on a centre-back for the final bits of the game. In he goes. Fitchett's there. Newcombe makes the save. It's 2 teams going for it. You can't argue with lower league FA Cup football. Jackson Jr. Over the top. Cartwright wins the header. Fresh sub. Coulson into Wellard. Wellard into Coulson. Is there going to be a disaster time at the end? Howe's got in behind the defence. He's got 2 men in the middle. It clears them both. And it turns out that Howe's offside. The linesman flagging late. And it's probably going to go to a replay, I think, the first qualifying round goes to, as we just wait for their players to get back in position. Davies, we're taking our time. I'd feel confident taking them back to Cheriton Road. He goes long. Over the top, and there's the full-time whistle. Oh, they've properly battered us there, and I'm going to say I'm not happy. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. They're a league, well, they're somewhere below us in division-wise, and we should really be beating them. But we're still in the competition, and I fancy our chances against them in the return or the replay fixture. Oh, and yeah, when is that? So, it's straight away. It's in 3 days' time we have to play it. Bloody hell. So when we come back for the next episode, we'll find out if we're through in the FA Cup. Whew, well, thank you so much for watching. That was brutal. Not all the games are going to be that long. They're not always going to be on comprehensive. Don't worry. As I said, it's just at the start of the season, so we can see what the tactic is doing. It allows me to tweak things like we were doing there. If you're enjoying seeing it on comprehensive, let me know, because you get to hear and see what I do tactically a little bit more detail. But thank you so much for watching. We'll be back for the game against maybe Bishop Stortford at home in the Premier Division. And we'll see how it's going. Kingstonian are a pretty good team as well. But yeah, let's see how it's going. Hopefully we can pick up a bit of a run of form even. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.